hop onto the shuttle bus this week as we discuss the perfect theory. We are your hosts, Faith and Sapph. Welcome to Shuttle Bus Podcast. Good evening and welcome to the Shuttle Bus Podcast. I am Faith, along with my co-host Sapph. Say hello, Sapph.
Hi, Faith. How are you?
Good. And tonight we are discussing the perfect theory, which is an old side project of Adam's that he did with a couple of his high school friends. It's very entertaining to say the least. And so how are you going to start us off tonight, Sapph, with discussing this hilarious project?
So the first thing we are discussing is so Faith and I have kind of already covered some other songs from the Perfect Theory during our Edgy Adam episode. So we are covering the three others that we did not cover, and the first one is "Would You Be My Valentine?" And the first thing that I really noticed about it was that it's very heavy on the emo, like classic 2000s boy band. It's very like, eh. They say a lot at the end of their words. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like, eh.
Yes, it's heavy on the early 2000s emo. I was watching one of the videos in preparation for this, and one of the comments, now whether it's like a valid source of research or not, one of the comments had said that this whole project was supposed to be a parody slash making fun of early
Ah,
2000s like emo stuff. So that would make sense.
that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right, all right. Oh, that reminds me of another point, but you go next. You go next.
So, it does give the emo vibes for sure. But the beginning instrumental of Would You Be My Valentine really gives me like sky sailing vibes. I can't quite
Oh.
nail it down, but it's just that kind of light, airy like guitar that really
Uh-huh.
just makes me think of like sky sailing. And it's really
Yeah.
pretty and I like it.
Yeah. I can see where he's got there's a lot of picking, like guitar picking style and melodies and that sort of thing in some of these songs. And I like the inspo. He's definitely taken a lot of inspiration from these earlier projects and put them into older LCD or sky sailing things. I like the fact that he kind of recycles uh, his knowledge. I guess I don't know if recycle is a good word for it. He learns from what he does, but I really like the chords, and that kind of leads me the outro picking. I really like the melody, and it's fun.
Yes. I do love the style. Like aside from the lyrics, like the actual style of music is really, really fun. I like it.
Oh yeah.
So
And like the so my favorite line probably is you're the diamond you're the diamond in this diamond ring. That's a metaphor, but something I could afford.
yes.
I, the fact that he's like, yeah, definitely gonna make sure that's a metaphor, but I could, if you want to be my Valentine and something else later on. But yeah, I just found that really, really funny.
See, the way I took it, because that's funny, the way I took it was, you're the diamond in this diamond ring. That's a metaphor, but that's something I could afford, meaning he could afford the metaphor, but not the diamond ring.
Oh,
Um,
oh, maybe that's
which
what that actually
it really could.
meant.
It could go either way, where he's saying he could afford the metaphor and not the diamond ring. But then it could be like, hey, if this goes somewhere, I could afford a diamond ring for you.
See, yours
I
makes a
don't
lot
know.
more sense, though. Mine doesn't make as much sense because he's probably a college student. So,
These poor kids. Literally poor kids.
uh,
One of speaking of lyrics, I will say the whole vibe of the lyrics I'm getting is very early Reliant K.
yeah.
Just like oh, I'm blanking on all their song names now, but Mood Rings and oh, there's Sadie Hawkins dance and stuff like and College Kids. It's giving me those kind of vibes. These lyrics.
Right, right. I haven't listened to a lot of Reliant K. My favorite is probably their Christmas album. Um
Right.
Let It Rain Dear. I like that one. It's really cute. I need to listen to more of their stuff, but that one always makes me chuckle. I really like it. So
But Let It Reindeer gives you the idea of how some of their lyrics are from like their older albums,
yeah, yeah. Kind of
So,
punny and kind of like
funny.
sweet and sincere, but still nonetheless punny.
It's good. I don't listen to a lot of Reliant K, but when I do, I always seem to really enjoy it.
Mm.
Some of my other lyric, like speaking of lyrics, kind of going on the continuation of the lyrics, some of the ones that I really like, and they're kind of like they are sappy, but they're kind of cute, which is the "I bought flowers so we can talk for hours." I just thought that one was kind of cute.
Aw, that is so cute. Oh my gosh. I don't even
Yeah.
think I caught that one. The version I was listening to had a lot of muffle on it, so I don't think I picked a very good recording. It was really hard for me to find lyrics
Yeah.
from the track itself. So oops. But there, I had to re-listen a couple of times to really get the meaning of some things. But I didn't even catch that one. That's so cute.
It does, and it's very the song in general is very sappy, but it's like sappy enough that it's kind of cute in a way.
Right, right. Oh, it's like
It's
so
very,
cute that it's or so ugly that it's cute, but not really.
like is the execution there? No, but is the heart there? Yes.
Yes. Yes? Yes? Question mark? Yes?
It's very cute, but it's also kind of sad in the on the desperation on like both sides. I don't know.
Mm.
Like he's desperate to have a girl,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, but like at the same part, he's desperate to just have somebody for Valentine's Day.
Which is
But the
so
other part, he's
sad.
genuinely kind of sincere, and
Mm.
it's like it's sad that he feels pressured to have somebody because like he mentions somewhere in the song that his reputation will be like ruined if he
Right.
doesn't have a Valentine's, and it's like it's kind of sad, like the pressure. It's like you can't just be single and happy.
I was wondering if there was some sort of like bribery going on when I heard like my reputation is on the line. I was like, is there some sort of like are you being blackmailed?
It feels like there might be a bet going on,
Could be, could be.
possible
Theorizing,
bet.
theorizing. This is not canon, just theorizing.
It's like a rom com where him and his
Oh.
like guy friends are like, "Oh yeah, I bet you can't get a girl before Valentine's Day." Then it like starts the rom com of him just trying to find any girl, but then ends up like actually falling in love with her at the end.
Ah, that honestly sounds just like a K drama plot, which is great. I actually love a good K drama, uh, or J drama, or rom com. Hopeless romantic. But hey, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yes.
On to Waldorf Sweetheart. Are you ready for that?
Oh boy, yes.
Mm. So, as you kind of said earlier about like parody, like sort of goofy vibes, the first point I have for Waldorf Sweetheart is it gives Weird Al parody energy. Like, it just
I
gives
didn't
me
even think
this
about that.
vibe. Like the
Right.
vibe it gives is just it's parody energy. It is. It's for sure. Just. Anyways, the silliness, the silliness.
This one, I will say, the first time I listened to it, I was very confused, or like the first half. And at first, I'm like, did they say Waldorf and like mean something else? I was very confused. It was very hard to figure out where the song was going, and I had
Mm.
to listen to it at least twice to really understand what was going on. Um, but it's comedy gold
Oh
once you
yeah.
finally understand what's going on. It's like, oh, That's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Still slightly confusing, possibly concerning, but hilarious
Yeah,
nonetheless.
possibly concerning the fact that you want to marry your college, but it gives the getting married in college a completely different meaning. Um, just change that in college to getting married
The
to college, and you'll have the basic idea of the song.
pretty much. I do find it funny that one of the first lines in the song is, "If you were a girl, I'd ask you to marry me." Well, that went out the window completely because they full on at the end did ask the school to marry them. And so, like,
Oh.
it doesn't matter, you know? He doesn't care anymore that it's not a girl, and he's just asking the school to marry
Of
him.
course, at the end of it, he's also really desperate for the college professors not to ditch his grade, and send his grades to his parents. And so, marrying the college, the college building itself would probably be a good thing in his case, but
You know,
maybe
lacking in
not.
desperation.
Let's talk about desperation for real, man.
It's like, well, they
um.
can't send me away if it's my legal binding partner.
You can't be mad at me now, parents. You can't. You gotta be
Ready
proud
to
of me,
sign.
right? I have such a devotion to academia.
Yeah, it's concerning.
um,
Say the
I.
least. One of my this is like completely off the top, like it's still about the song, but it's
mm,
not about the subject of the song. It's about the actual like melody.
mm.
There is a little tiny sky sailing melody in there from A Little Opera Goes a Long Way,
Oh
which made
yeah.
me very excited. I was listening to it and I caught it and I started like freaking out and getting super excited because I know I recognize that melody, but I could not for the life of me remember what it was from. So I'm like scanning through the Sky Sailing like album, trying to look at the names to see if it will trigger the like, oh, what song is this? And I couldn't figure out what it was for a second, so I was like, well, maybe it's Sunburn, and it wasn't. And it took me a couple tries, but I finally figured out what it was. It was A Little Opera Goes a Long Way. I knew it was either from Ocean Eyes, specifically like Ocean Eyes Deluxe, or from Sky Sailing, because like that's the sound of it. If I can remember, maybe we can put that in or something. I don't know, but it's great. I enjoy it. It's like I love when Adam reuses melodies.
I'm
That I'm the
just
big fan of reusing melodies.
yeah, especially because I know everybody like freaks out about the wolf bite melody. I like
Yeah.
it. I like the fact that he reuses stuff because it just kind of gives you a callback to certain songs and it makes it
Like
feel warm, fuzzy, and familiar. Uh,
Easter egg.
it's the pick part. It's the guitar pick part. I don't mind adding it, but I also don't want YouTube to get mad at us. So I'll just tell you guys, it's like the little bridge part between the different lyrics. So I don't want him to get mad at us. We hadn't done anything.
Yes, I just wanted to say that if you listened, if you listen to A Little Opera Goes a Long Way and then go listen to Waldorf Sweetheart, you'll recognize it.
Oh yeah,
You'll recognize the
definitely.
little melody, so that we
Um,
don't get excited.
yeah. I really it's hilarious the fact that they just randomly mention people that they know in college. Uh
Yeah.
I just think that's hilarious. Nobody knows who these people are. Um but it's just really funny to me because they're just so in the moment with this parody that they're just really gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call out my best friend and he's gonna do the ceremony and so is gonna do this for me and that and this and that for the wedding and it's just
Yeah. I was listening to
it's so
it
funny.
and they kept mentioning all these people. I couldn't quite figure out who they are. I did Google the people, and both like at least two of the people did show up as real like singers, but I
Oh.
don't know if that's who they are referring to. Because I didn't. bother to look at like the time frame of these artists to see if they like
Right.
with the time frame of Perfect Theory. And I'm like outside of Owl City, I'm pretty much music artist illiterate.
Well,
I pretty much just know Owl
if
City
they
and then kind of
were
like Reliant K and a couple other artists, but that's it.
if they were like music artists and stuff, I don't know them either, so don't worry about that. But I just thought it was really funny. I thought it was people that they knew.
But it
So I don't
could
know.
be.
It could be, but could not be.
They're pretty like they feel like names that could definitely be just your random average Joe from like
Right.
college, you know.
Right.
Could also be an artist because the names did show up, but it could also just be a random Joe from their college, and they're like, yeah, he's gonna officiate the wedding, and so's gonna make the food. Speaking of food,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
it's like a bologna ballad, I feel like. It's like a bologna love song or something of the second half of this song. It's like just repeating bologna over and over. Somebody really loves bologna, okay?
Have you uh, do you know anything about Weird Al Yankovic?
Kind of. I've listened to some of his stuff.
He has a parody called My Balloona. So My Baloney. And he's talking about baloney.
That's
So
awesome.
even more like Weird Al. I almost said Owl City. Weird Al energies.
This really is giving some weird Owl City energy, though.
Weird Al City. Yeah, exactly. Just combine the two, why don't you? No, my
Uh,
and then some the last I guess the last thing that I caught was like something that I can't afford to miss because because he can't afford it to miss because he paid for his tuition and he talks about the tuition ring or the college ring being your engagement ring.
yes. I can't afford to miss not marrying you because this is how I'm going to afford everything.
This is how I'm going to achieve my college classes and get good grades and everything relies on me marrying my college.
This whole song's about bribery.
Yes, exactly. It is.
Okay, speaking of favorite lines, one of mine is the bachelor of my degree. This is when he's like getting on down on his knee proposing to the school. He's like
Ah.
the bachelor of my degree, and he's giving up the bachelor of his degree or whatever. He's giving up being a bachelor, but it like used bachelor's degree.
Ah.
Funny little like quip. And I
I
really like that part.
I didn't understand it. I didn't. Oh my gosh, I didn't understand it. I was like throwing away my degree. I guess he's throwing away my degree because he's marrying the college who needs a degree when you're marrying a college. But I didn't actually notice the.
I just love all the clever little quips in this, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
Such a funny.
That is beautiful.
It is very entertaining to say the least. Like it's and part of it's like, oh wow, this is kind of like cool. Like they actually like put thought into this song, but at the same time, it is like so out of left field.
Oh yeah. So out of it really is. So like the lyrics in all of these are good. They're really good for what they are, but it just the cheesy way they sing it and stuff, it the low quality college student budget really adds to the song. If it was recorded in a professional studio and everything, I feel like these would definitely be big hits for today. Uh, even
Yes,
still,
probably.
with the lyrics because they're really funny, really really funny. So
They're
yeah,
I don't know, they're great. I enjoy I haven't listened. I had never listened to these three songs off of Perfect Theory. The only ones I had listened to in the past was the prom or a prom night, Without You Baby, and Fast Food Relationships. I had never
right.
listened to these three before, so this was a wonderful little like surprise tonight. Getting prepared for this.
Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of out. I listen to other artists outside of Owl City, but I don't listen to a lot of his projects that aren't as well known. So the Perfect Theory before the podcast was kind of something I wasn't familiar with. So yeah, I'll agree with you. Like definitely a nice little surprise. Um, the next one we
What?
have is what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, I'm just segueing us into the next one too, so it
Oh,
works.
okay, cool. All right, we're both on top of it tonight. um, do you
We're
want to
fast as
date
go.
me? Do you want to take the beginning of this one?
Sort of. I so the other ones were like cutesy. Well, especially the first one was kind of like cutesy, but also funny, and then the second one was just like funny and like you know train wreck kind of style. This one I feel like they actually tried to make a semi cute song, and I don't have as much material on it. I don't have as many notes, and
Yeah.
it's kind of cute. Um, did he say romantic snow cone? That's the only part I
Yes.
latched onto in that entire song.
Yes, he did. He did say a romantic snow cone. Like,
He wants to go to the beach and have a romantic snow cone, and that's the only thing I latched onto. It feels like.
I I'll agree. It was really really cute. I actually would listen to the song if it was, professionally recorded. I would listen to the song. It's cute. Uh romantic snow cone though. Yes, I love I like snow cones, so I would have a romantic snow cone with a guy. Like I'd be pretty happy
Yeah.
about that. Uh
Yeah.
I would honestly say the song, like, pretty strangely enough, like, it describes how falling in love feels when, like, the other person, like, fills up your thoughts, which is for the goofy songs that are on this album, or, is it an EP album project? I don't know what to call it.
I think they were kind of released individually, so like singles.
Ah, okay.
I don't entirely understand.
I'll just call it a project. For this project, I mean, with all the goofy, silly things that's got on it, this song, like, they did really good with it. So, I don't know.
But yeah, as I said, this was like the one I feel like they took the most
Oh
serious.
yeah,
Um, and I'm just really sad that she rejected him after a romantic snow cone was offered.
I know it was
How
so
could she?
sad.
That just sounds wrong. She rejected him. Like beach, little walk on the beach, and a romantic snow cone. What's to reject? What is to reject?
He said like she said, "Oh, do you think this is junior high school?" And he said, "No, I'll text you the rest." Basically, he was doing like this full out proposal because he really wanted to date this girl and he thought she was cute and he went to lengths to get her on his side and then she rejected him and it was really really sad.
I
I felt
feel like
so bad. Like I wanted this to work for him.
I mean, it felt like we went on a journey with this guy, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, and like he even brings a romantic snow cone to the table, saying, these are the cards I'm laying on the table. I'm laying a romantic snow cone down for you." Metaphorically and possibly literally, I don't know. At this point, I don't think it had been physically brought to the metaphorical table, but it was the idea of it was put down. But and she rejected him. I just
I
A
don't
person wants to get you a romantic snow cone, not just a snow cone, a romantic snow cone. As I said, the snow cone part's the only thing I can't get out of my head.
there wasn't a lot to latch onto. There really wasn't a lot to latch onto other than beach, snow cone, and romance and text and
He did call her house
yeah.
to ask her out and proposed the beach and snow cone, but then after he had said that, he realized he was talking to her mom, which was probably kind of awkward. Um,
But he still wanted to do this to like with her daughter, so
and then he did talk with the friend, trying to like have her friend help him. And then apparently she said that she didn't think she would like him. So this is like a bit, complicated. This guy
This
is getting rejected left and right. This whole song, it feels like.
I feel so bad for him. He was trying so hard though. I feel really bad, but he at least tried to like talk to her friends and get some advice. He didn't go in just cold turkey, so, at least he did do
Yes.
some former prep and anyways, it was really sad, but all three songs made for pretty good and entertaining listens. I would say overall, just to wrap it up.
Yes. I will say this was not on our list, but I do because I feel like so we've talked about both Prom Night and Without You Baby in a couple episodes back. And then we talked about these three tonight. But the
Mm-hmm.
one that we only briefly touched a couple weeks ago, but we didn't really discuss, was fast food relationships. And I just want to give a honorable shout out to fast food relationships because it is one of my favorites out of this entire project. I just I just need to bring it up.
Fast food relationships
Literally,
is really good though. That it's
one of the one of the lines is literally fast food relationships are like me and potato chips. They don't last long. It is the peak of this entire project, I feel.
I do like potato chips, so I can understand the merits.
This whole time he's like, oh, I wanna, he's like excited to possibly have a relationship with this girl, but then she finally gives him her name and number as long as or as well as extra fries, and then he rejects her. He throws
Oh, come
her
on.
like
Gave her
name
extra
and
fries?
number in the trash. Yes. She gave him extra fries, and then under the thing was her like piece of strip of paper with her like name and number on it. And then he like, as he left, he just threw the paper away. And I'm like, dude, you've been wanting this, and then she gives it to you, and it's just not enough. What in the world?
Wow. See, nowadays
The
it's not
drama.
near as hard. Nowadays it's like is not near as hard to get a girl's name and number. Plus, Instagram, Facebook, there's all these different things where you can get in contact with people. And so for him, like during the early 2000s, to just toss that away.
I
Wow, just
know.
tisk. Wow, tisk tisk.
I also love the part where he says, "You only like me because I know Owl City."
Oh,
Gold.
that's great. Oh my gosh.
Just that I knew fast food relationships wasn't really on our lineup of songs to talk about tonight. I just had to give it a shout out because I love it
Absolutely.
so much. Oh boy.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I love that.
So I don't know.
Is that it? I mean, we've gone almost 30 minutes, not quite. So we really like didn't mean to speed run, but we sped run. So I
Would you rank this entire project out of 10? I don't know. Kind
uh
of like give a nice little like wrap up. I don't know.
I would probably rank the entire project maybe as a realistic 7.5 out of 10 because it's funny. And it does have some clever lines. But it feels outdated at the moment. But I would give it a solid 7.5. What about you?
I was also gonna give it like a 7 out of 10.
Ah,
It is dated, but in a good way. You can just like tell that it's like
mm,
from the early 2000s, and it just gives you like nostalgia almost. It's like, yeah, this feels like early 2000s, and that's great. It's like dated in a good way. I feel
yeah, it
the
is. It is.
quality, the quality's not great. Mainly because I feel like it's probably been like recordings of recordings of recordings probably over time, and
Definitely.
so like as far as I know, the place where you can listen to it is YouTube, and the quality of it on YouTube isn't great. So it's hard to hear what they're saying sometimes. So the quality puts it, like if I was measuring actual quality, it would be probably lower. But like just overall like vibes and funness and enjoyment, it definitely gets a 7 out of 10.
I would say that's we're great minds think alike here. Great minds think alike. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Next time we will be having a Q&A with each other. Me and Faith will be asking questions about our favorite eras of Owl City. And I'd also like to point out that next time is our 10th episode of Shuttle Bus Podcast. Woohoo! So to anyone who has been with us for I don't know how many weeks, the past maybe 2 months almost. Is it 2 months already, Faith? Is that right?
It might be more than that.
Wow.
I don't remember.
It's been
It might be since March.
okay. So we're approaching 3 months almost. Wow, that time has flown. But we've made it to the 10th episode, and we just want to thank you guys for watching. And we'll have a little bit of a celebratory episode by talking just some more Owl City things. And if you would like to check us out on Instagram, you can find us at shuttlebus_podcast. Yeah, we post fun memes there about the podcast, and we talk more and do all the good things. So thank you, everyone. It would also help us out if you'd like and subscribe. And that's all for this short episode of Shuttle Bus Podcast. Woohoo! Say bye, Faith.
Bye. So exciting.
Woohoo!